We both froze. It startled us, but we figured it had to be his grandmother checking in. But when we opened the door, no one was there. We glanced down the hallway and decided to check her room, to see if she was even awake. To our surprise, she was fast asleep. That's when it hit us, this feeling of absolute dread, like we were being watched and hunted. We knew, deep down, that it had to be whatever we stirred up in that basement. We ran back to Michael's room, and that's when we saw it. Sitting on his bed was the homemade Ouija board. My heart dropped, and I'm sure Michael's did too. That thing, whatever it was, had brought the board all the way up from the basement. It felt like it was taunting us, telling us that we opened the door, and now it was too late to close it. Terrified, we did the only thing we could think of. We picked up the board and tossed it out the bedroom window, hoping that would be the end of it. But just a few minutes later, the closet door started to rattle, violently, as if someone was trapped inside. Then a voice came from within. "Open the door." Michael shouted, "Leave us alone." But that only made it laugh. Then we heard a thump at the window, and when we turned to look, there it was, that damn board, pressed up against the glass like it never left. I was frozen in fear. I turned to tell Michael we needed to get out of there, but he didn't look like Michael anymore. His face had twisted into this sinister smile, and even his eyes, they weren't the same color anymore. They looked darker and just wrong. He just stood there, tilting his head slowly and staring at me. Then he said, in a low, unnatural voice, "I'm going to kill you." That's when I bolted. I ran straight to his grandmother's room, not caring that she was asleep. I was crying and shaking as I woke her up, rambling everything that had just happened. She sat up and asked me calmly, "Where's Michael?" I just pointed to the room. She didn't hesitate. She got out of bed, grabbed a Bible, and walked straight in. No fear in her at all. Then she closed the door behind her. To this day, I don't know what happened in that room, but a few hours later, she came out, and Michael was back to normal. And the board? It was gone. The next morning, she sat us both down and said, "Don't ever mess with something like that again." She warned us about the evil that was attached to those things. She then told us we were lucky that I woke her up, because it could have gone a whole lot worse. It's been 15 years. Michael and I still don't talk about that night, but something changed in both of us. Deep down, we know we touched something we weren't supposed to, and sometimes we still hear strange things. Whispers, footsteps, scratches on the walls when we're alone. So if you're ever thinking about trying one for yourself, don't.